Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So guys, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I was like, what is this? When this pan-colored man is all out laughing at people that looks like me because of the MIT, upgrade. Like, guys, I'm just going to roll his clip as well as the education that he derived from a brother, because he was all out here trying to laugh at the faces of people that looks like me, making them look as if, okay, you guys are the less intelligent people, and a lot of other people like getting admitted into Ivy schools. I'm just gonna roll it. No need of talking too much. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. All right, lovelies, let's dive into it.
Now that American colleges have been forced by the Supreme Court to accept students based on their merit rather than their race, we're starting to see Ivy League schools show that their demographics are greatly changing, mostly in favor of the Asians. Go figure, it's almost like people who come from a culture that respect studying, that respect students, that respect education, are getting the most out of it. American colleges have been forced by the Supreme Court to accept students based on their merit rather than their race. We're starting to see Ivy League schools show that their demographics are greatly changing, mostly in favor of the Asians. Go figure, it's almost like people who come from a culture that respect studying, that respect students, that respect education, are getting the most out of it.
Turdvark or Tardvark, whatever. We really have to stop meeting like this. Now, I'm not sure what you mean by American colleges when the stat you literally put up was only for MIT. And even in the article that you must have not listened to, specifically said it was only for MIT.
All eyes were on the DNC this week. MIT released some data that confirmed our worst fears about the Supreme Court. The university's incoming class will be significantly less diverse than in previous years, and that's thanks to last year's ruling that gutted affirmative action. MIT, one of the first to release enrollment data since that ruling, says its percentage of black students dropped to 5% from 15% last year, and the percentage of Hispanic and Latino students dropped to 11%, down from 16%. Overall.
Now, before I get to MIT's admission standards, let's talk about what merit-based college admissions means. Merit-based college admissions is a process that considers an applicant's individual achievement and ability to determine their admission to a college. The process is based on the belief that the candidate with the best qualifications should be accepted. I want you all to remember that part. Merit-based admissions can include consideration of academic, artistic, and athletic achievements. It can also include other factors such as commitment to service and citizenship, discipline, persistency, teamwork, overcoming prejudices or hardships, as long as those prejudices and hardships are not associated with race, courage, honesty, and compassion. Right. But moving right along. Now, when you go to MIT's admissions and they talk about how their selection process works, I want you to skip down to the part where it says, our process is a student-centered process, not a school or region-centered process. This means that we do not read an application along with other students from your school or region to compare you against each other. Each application stands on its own. We have no quotas by school, state, or region. You are not at any disadvantage if other excellent students from your school or area are also applying. We also do not consider legacy alumni relations in our process. So if merit base is based on being the best student, how is this process merit based if it doesn't put you in competition with other excellent students? Yeah, but I digress. Moving right along. And I know you didn't listen to that entire article. By the way, you addressed Asian American students as being from a culture that valued education more than everybody else, I guess. Asian American, right? American. But don't listen to me talk about merit when you can listen to a college professor from Princeton.
There are those folk who are reading this outcome as an example of what happens when merit is taken as the principal deciding factor, when in fact this is actually proving the opposite aim.
Turdvark, explain to me how somebody who cannot follow the plot line of green eggs and ham thought they ate in that video. See, if you were capable of doing any research, you would learn that a year after the Supreme Court ruling, that recent studies show the number of students of color applying to four-year institutions has increased. Colleges have seen a 9 percentage point increase in applications for black students and a 10 percentage point spike in Hispanic students applying to four-year colleges compared to last year. Now, Turdvark, I know for a fact that in that read for family tree of yours, you do not possess the reading comprehension gene or the research gene, but run along and find out who in the people under the stairs family of yours who do have those genes, and go to the source that I provided in this article and tell them to tell you what it says. So you just sped past the whole issue with affirmative action being overturned by the Supreme Court, because it's not just about admissions to colleges, it's about admissions to higher education and who has access to that privilege. And once again, you don't have to listen to me. Listen to the college professor in the article that you didn't listen to all the way in the first place.
Affirmative action is not an issue for the local community college. It's not an issue for, the service institutions, public institutions that are not the kind of the top ranking schools in the state. This is about who gains access to the top schools in the country.
And it really doesn't do you any good to put up stats from an article you don't listen to all the way or have the capabilities of doing any independent research on. Because going back to my merit-based breakdown earlier, the percentage you see up there for Caucasian students also represents the group that had the lowest number of rejected applications from MIT. Yeah, have the day you deserve.
Like, seriously, lovely, is when I saw his video, I was like, okay. Like, the thing is that he does not even look Asian. He is a pan-colored person. So for the sake of, most of us that is not too familiar with, affirmative actions and all of the things that surrounds affirmative action, because this is where this video is actually going to. So during the course of affirmative action, it all started with this Asian man or Asian, boy who, didn't get admitted into some of these Ivy schools, upon having the score, because he believes that he's so intelligent, and the way of the narration of Asian people, oh my God, they are the most intelligent people in the whole world and all of that. So this, dude decided that he got the cutoff mark and all of that, and he was not able to get admitted into the Ivy school, and this is something that he cannot live with. So he decided to take it further, in terms of suing and all of that, with the help of, his brothers and sisters, Asian people, and pan-colored people, with every other thing that got involved, Thomas and all of that, affirmative actions was, stripped out, was removed from schools. Affirmative action give, rooms for people to get admitted into Ivy schools based on maybe race and all of that, with not only the merits aspect of it. So these people think that it actually benefited only black, like it benefited black people the most, because they feel that black people are the ones that so is non-intelligent, like the less intelligent ones. So because of affirmative actions, they are getting admitted into Ivy school. They're blocking the slots of those intelligent ones. That was the reason why this guy was like, oh my God, I think I'm not admitted into the schools, all because of these other people that's collected my slots, because I am intelligent, but they got here because of their race. So affirmative action was actually struck down, and an article surfaced, talking about Asian parents being so disturbed that they're kids are not getting admitted into Ivy school, because in that article it stated that the rate at which Asian American student, let me put that word, get into this Ivy school drastically reduced upon removal of affirmative action. And this, got a lot of black people coming out to talk about how it's actually not the fault of black people. It's not their fault that made most of you guys not to get admissions and all of that. Even before affirmative action was removed, black people have been telling them that they are not the reasons why you are not getting admission. Affirmative action does not really favor them the way at which people presume it actually favors the white, pan-colored women the most. But these people decided that, oh, I think it favors black people. That was why they have to do everything possible to strike it down. Now, this article of MIT surfaced, and this pan-colored man was like, oh my God, it's so, beautiful the way at which affirmative action has been removed. Now it gives room to actually see the people that value education. So to him, black people don't value education. Like, I don't just get it. The MIT, data and all of that did not even show them being at the top as a pan-colored people. It shows Asian, but the way at which he's even, so happy, celebrating, and this is just MIT. Like, I don't get it. When I saw, his brother, explaining and educating him, I was like, go on, brother. Go on, brother. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.